Friends, welcome back. In this step, we are going to see what is Spring Initializer. So initializer name itself tell like something we are going to initialize. Okay. So in this step, we will be creating a Spring Boot project, right? So let's see first what is Spring Initializer. Okay. So Spring Initializer is a web application that can generate a Spring Boot project folder structure for you. It will give you a basic project structure using either a Maven based project or a Gradle based specification project to build your code. So we know the Maven or Gradle is a tool to build and to manage the application. So you need to just write a dependency in a Maven pom.xml, okay, and it will work for you to download the dependency and will manage the life cycle of the dependency, and it will build application for you in a easy way. All you need to do to add the dependency in a pom.xml and to write a code. So Spring Initializer can be achieved in a several ways, like a web-based interface. Like you need to go to the start.spring.io, and there you need to select all your option. Like you need to go with the Maven or go with the Gradle, which Spring Boot version you want to choose, what should be the artifact ID and all the things will be select over there. So in this step or subsequent step we will be using a web based interface only, but if you want to go with other way, that is also available, Spring Tool Suite. In the last step I explained you need to download this Spring Tool Suite. It's the same like Eclipse, only this has been built on top of Eclipse. So it will be a cakewalk for you to use the Spring Tool Suite as well. Or you can go to the Spring Boot CLI command line interface, okay, to build a Spring Boot project. So I think it's enough theory. So let's go and deep dive into the building and project, writing and code, and executing an application. If some terminology is not familiar with you, nothing to worry about that. Okay, I will take you to the deep dive into all these concepts, and after these concepts you will be have enough knowledge to write an application in a Spring Boot. So let's go to the start.spring.io and create a Spring Boot project. Okay, so go to the any browser and type start.spring.io. Okay, so this is start.spring.io. So here I will take a couple of minutes to explain you all about this. So this is the project. So there are two kind of project that you can select over here, Maven project and Gradle project. So we'll be going through the Maven project. The Maven project structure will be given by the Maven, and we will making all dependency in a Maven project. The language will be selecting a Java. Spring Boot, here we have to select the version, so we will be using the 2.4.1 version. So snapshot is the version that have been released, and it's under the testing stage. Okay, so I would suggest not to go with this snapshot. You can go with that, but it's not a stable version, so we will be using the 2.4.1. So one thing I want to just highlight you, if you are writing a microservices based application and you are selecting a multiple project, you are making a multiple Spring Boot project for the microservices, make sure you are selecting the same version all the time. Okay, and thereafter this is the project metadata. Group, it's nothing, it's like a package name only. So let's say I am giving the package name com.sks.java.ashram, and artifact is nothing, it's a project name. So let's see, I am giving a project name called let's say user info. This is the project name, Spring Boot project name I am giving, right? So name will be the user info, and description, let's say user details info, right? Package name is this, and packaging I want a jar packaging. and the version I want to use Java 8, right? Since we have installed the Java 8 in my machine, so I'll be selecting a Java 8 only, right? And packaging is jar. You can select the var also if your requirement is, but let's go with jar only. And here is the dependency. This is one of the main important area that we need to focus on. So dependency means in Spring Boot, what kind of dependency will require to run your application, right? So suppose you are building a web based application, so you can select here web, right? And you can select this web, build web including RESTful application using MVC, use Apache Tomcat as the default immediate container. So if you select this, all the dependency related to the Spring Web will be added to the pom.xml and it will be downloaded. Okay, and the Spring Boot will configure all these things for you. So this sign is enter or select. If I select this dependency will be added here. So build a web application using RESTful. We will be building this application using the RESTful over here. Okay, we will be using the Apache Tomcat as the default embedded container. You can select more dependency, like you can select DevTools, Spring DevTools. We'll deep dive into the DevTools in a subsequent step, but for just to demo purpose you, let me select this. You can select other like actuator, right? You can select JDBC, right? Select. So all these things you can keep selecting whatever the things you will require. So let me remove one by one because I want to add the dependency in pom.xml at that time only when we will be writing the code. So for now I will be selecting only the web service because I want to make the application as a web service application, as a RESTful enabled application, right? So we will be considering this can be converted into the microservices, right? And that's it. So if you know before what kind of dependency you will required in all your life cycle of your Spring Boot project, you can select all at a time in starting only, right? But if you think like in a subsequent step you are going to add at a time only when you required, then leave this the adding the dependency whatever required and whatever the design you have in mind, just add this. So for now I am adding the Spring Web dependency, right? And thereafter, okay, I can generate this. So if you're clicking this, okay, generate control, right? So you see it started generating, it's downloading the zip file. So if you can go this here, so in a folder, okay, so this is the username for zip file. You can copy this zip file, okay, sorry, you can copy this zip file, right click, copy, you go to the project where you want to keep this project, right? So I'm going to here code work and I'm pasting this over here, paste, okay. Unzip this project file, extract file layers, okay, okay. So it delete this zip file. So if you see your folder structure has got created over here, right? pom.xml, .source, git store, maven file, all these things have created here. What you need to do? You need to copy this path. So right click, copy this path, go to the Eclipse. So here you know Eclipse. So I am just right clicking this. Okay, import. Where is import? Import, right? Select Maven project. Since we have selected the Maven based dependency, existing Maven project. Next, okay, control V, the path we have selected, right? If you move the cursor over from there, see the pom.xml has come over here, okay. Or if we are not copying the path, you can go from here and you can select the path over here, the project you had kept over there, right? And add project to the working set, okay, and finish. So if you see here the project added here and it started downloading the dependency that you have selected, right? So if you see here, the folder structure is getting started, right? So it's building. It will take some time to download if you are importing in a first time, right? So let it downloaded. So the things has got downloaded. If you see, the folder structure has got created, right? So download is complete. So in the next step we'll see the folder structure, and we'll be writing some code in a Spring Boot application. So if you have a time, see you in the next step. Bye bye. Please click here to subscribe this channel. Please like and share to your friends. Thank you.